Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to go through week 4, day 1 of our distance learning packet. Now let's get started with our first activity, our daily fluency. This is a review of what we did in our previous weeks. You're going to use the place value chart to help you solve the problem. Show your work. You will be doing problem 16 plus 16. Please press pause. I hope you solved that on your own. Now let's see how I solved the problem. I have the problem 16 plus 16. I wrote it vertically with the numbers lined up and down. I have the ones column and the tens column. So the first thing that I would do is add what I have in the ones column, which is 6 plus 6. 6 plus 6 equals 12. Because 12 has 2 digits in it, I have to write it in a special way. I will write the 2 in the ones place, and I'm going to make a new 10 in the tens place. So I have plus 1 at the top for my new 10. Now I can add what's in the tens place. I have 1 plus 1 plus 1, which equals 3. So 16 plus 16 equals 32. Now go to the second problem. 32 minus 15. Please press pause and solve it on your own. All right, let's look at the next problem. The next problem is 32 minus 15. In this problem, I had to subtract. So I wrote the numbers in vertical form. 32 minus 15. Next, I had to go to the ones place. When I tried to subtract 5 from 2, I said to myself, uh-oh, I don't have enough. So I had to take a 10 from my tens place. So I unbundled that 10 and I made that 10 ones. So 10 ones plus my 2 ones gave me 12. Now remember, I've taken a 10, so therefore I don't have 3 10s anymore. I only have 2 10s. After doing this, now I can subtract my problem. 12 minus 5 equals 7. 2 minus 1 equals 1. My difference is 17. Check your paper. All right, so now we're at our daily task, which incorporates some new learning strategies for us. Today, we're going to look at making groups. So the first problem states that we're going to circle groups of 2 apples. That means we're going to put 2 things to make one group. So if I have 2 apples, like I have here, 1, 2, if I circle it, this makes a group. So I have group 1. So another 2 apples put together to make the second group. I take another 2 apples, put those together to make a third group. Another 2 apples, I circle those together to make a fourth group. Another 2 apples I put together to make a fifth group. Now, when I put the apples into groups of 2s, I created 5 equal groups of 2s. There are 5 groups of 2 apples. Now let's look at problem number 2. This time I'm going to redraw 12 oranges into 4 equal groups. So I know how many I have in total. I have 12, but I want to put them into equal groups. When I say equal, it has to be the same amount in each group. So I have 4 groups here. One group is represented by the oval shaped circle. Group 2 is here, another oval shaped circle, group 3 and group 4. Next, what I did was I shared them evenly. So I had to divide them evenly. 1, 2, 3 in that group. 1, 2, 3 that group. 1, 2, 3 in this group, and 1, 2, 3 in this group. Therefore, when I have 4 groups, when I take 12 apples and I break them into 4 groups, I have when I take 12 oranges and break them into 4 groups, I have 3 oranges in a group. Now, let's try to do these together. Okay, so let's look at our directions. For number 1, it tells us we're going to circle groups of 3 pants. So in one group, we're going to put 3 pants. So let's count out 3 pants. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a circle around those pair of pants because that's going to make one group. Let's count another group. 1, 2, 3. Circle those also to make a second group. Let's see if I can make another group. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to circle these 3 pair of pants to make a third group. And 1, 2, 3. I'm going to circle these 3 pair of pants to make a fourth group. So let's see how many groups I have. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. There are 4. There are 4 groups of 3 pants. Now, let's go to problem number 2. In problem number 2, it says, redraw the apples to make each of the 4 groups have an equal amount. So equal means each have to have the same amount. So let's see how I would do this. Well, first I would probably say, I would count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know I have a total of 8 apples. So I'm going to put the number 8 here. 8 to represent how many apples I have in all. Next, I would look at the 4 groups that have already been drawn, and I say, okay, I've got to take 8 apples and divide them equally. Okay, so let's see how I would do this. I would probably just start off by doing maybe an X just to represent each apple to draw it quickly. So that's 1 X here, so that's 1. Then I would go to the next group. I say, well, okay, I'm going to put 1 here. So remember I have 8. This is 2. I'm going to put 1 here to represent 3. Okay, have I gotten 8 yet? No, still counting. So this represents 4. But have I gotten 8 yet? No, because I have 8 apples. So I would go back to the first group. Let me see. So this will be my 5th apple here. Can I move to this group? Put a 6th apple. Remember I have 8, so I can. Can I go here and put a 7th apple? And how about the 8th apple? Now let me see. Are these groups even? Wow, they are, because they all have the same amount in them. So when we say equal or even, it has to have the same amount. So I have 4 groups here, and in each group I have 1, 2. In this group I have 1, 2. In this group I have 1, 2. In this group I have 1, 2. So I have 2 apples in each group. So 4 apples of 4 groups of 2 apples equals, and we know the total is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 apples. All right, I want you to go to the next slide. Now for the problem set, I want you to try that on your own. You will be working with problem number 1. You will circle groups of 4 hats. And problem number 2, you have to redraw the smiley faces into 2 groups. See what you get, and talk to you next time for our next learning assignment. Have a great day.